Growing up, whenever I heard entrepreneur, you think of a risk taker, you think of someone that, just has, it's the high life. You are your own boss. You can do whatever you want. Leaving college, I had no idea what I wanted to do. I had no idea. I did have a few different possibilities, but I just really wanted to get out of the country. So I lived in the Dominican Republic for a year, from 07 to 08. And since then, I worked at Southside Sanctuary, which is a t-shirt printing company here in town. Got a job at the Capitol working for a state representative. After that, wanted to have a change of scenery, so did door-to-door sales for a month. And then now working for a company called PGI that does web and audio conferencing. So doing some project management. I've always thought about maybe getting an MBA one day, but didn't really want to commit all that time at the beginning just because of other responsibilities. And I happened to be talking to a good family friend of mine, and he's like, Weston, have you checked out MyEJ? Went home, looked online, checked out the website, and was like, wow, this is really interesting, I'm gonna do it. And I just signed up right there, and literally within the first few lessons, few modules, it's taught me how to really ask the right questions, I would say. Down the road, how do I want to be remembered? Do I just want to coast through this life and just, have fun and get by? Or do I actually want to leave something behind? You really have to quantify how much your time is worth. And I think that's another thing that I've learned just going through the course is that you really got to think, how much are you worth? Do you really want to invest your time, your sweat equity into that? And so now, after doing MyEJ, my view of an entrepreneur, there's a lot more responsibility tied to it, and that it's a lot more, yes, it's risk-taking, and yes, you are your own boss, and yes, it's, it can be really fun, but on the flip side, you gotta be realistic about it and realize you're gonna be putting in, twice the amount of hours, and so it's a lot more real. In September, I had a great opportunity to go down for 3 weeks and kind of test this idea of teaching kids computers, teaching them internet, and social media. So I took 6 laptops down with me that were donated through friends and coworkers. And I just set up a little computer lab for a week and taught the kids, and it was it was encouraging to me that I can actually maybe help out in an area where there's definitely a need. I was like, how can we make this into something that's more than just 6 laptops? And going into doing MyEJ and then being paired up with my guide and my running partner, I started talking to them. And my guy just happened to be, he also does business in the Dominican Republic. So then he was giving me advice. My running partner's been a huge support too with, while doing the program, also brainstorming how can we make this a business model that would, sustain itself down there. To describe to someone what is MyEJ, I say it's a program that 1, inspires you, 2, helps you set goals, and then 3, really helps motivate you and keeps you on track with where you want to go in life. Because it really shows you what you're passionate about, shows you what you're not passionate about. Where do you really want to go in 10 years, and does this career path that you're on really match up with that? Or do you need to jump ship? So now I'd say I'm at a point where I have passion about something. I have drive, I have a goal in sight that I want to get to. With starting this nonprofit in the DR, and then doing other side projects that I'm passionate about, and actually leaving a legacy behind. So I think my journey is definitely at the beginning, but I think I have a little fire, burning that is telling me, all right, get going, go after it.